Good evening. Let's wait for the 2 more minutes. Let the students join, then we'll start our class. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, then we'll start the class.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Today is the last class, ma'am.
Yes, today is the last class. So you have any doubts, we can clarify. This class will be one-on-one. So we'll clarify our doubts, everything.
Yeah. And last, ma'am, you sent some important questions unit-wise.
I have to. You're asking me to tell important questions.
Yeah.
See, I cannot say the important questions because I cannot make it as these are important, but I can give you the I can give you these topics are important.
Okay, ma'am.
If you take the introduction, so in the introduction, 3: formal, semi-formal, informal. In these 3, you can get any one. So, like,
Yeah.
take any topic, these 3 will be important.
Yeah.
Good evening,
And sometimes, good evening, Ashriya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mamata.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Savai Ismin. 19 students joined. So, as I told you yesterday, anyone of you read the textbook?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, in the last year model question paper, we have most of the MCQs and match the following. Since this year paper model has been changed, will we have a different kind of options, or will we having the same multiple choices and MCQs type only?
Question paper pattern you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Because for other subjects, usually we'll have only question answers. So they said
Okay.
we will be having only question answer, and
No,
there
ma'am.
will be no any MCQs and fill-ups. So I'm
Okay.
asking, what
Yes, ma'am.
about
Objective
this
is not there.
subject?
I think mostly we have question answers only.
Question and
So for
answers.
this subject,
Objective is not there, ma'am.
See, you be prepared for the question answers. If you got MCQs and that type of question, that will then the paper will be easy. No, it will be
Yeah.
attend to easy. Prepare for the MCQ questions and other things. It will be hard to attend the paper if the question papers, the question answers are if you got means.
Okay, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Understood my point?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No doubts?
Ma'am, in the answer sheet, we need to write if any discussion about two people, if it is semi-formal or formal conversation, we need to write in a conversation mode, ma'am.
Yes. In the conversation,
As shown in,
if they had given the situation like conversation, give me the conversation or tell me the conversation, formal conversation between so and so person. If they ask that anything like this, give me a second. From where is this disturbance?
Ma'am, some
Sam
disturbance is coming.
A515F. Please mute yourself. Done. Done. See, if the question is asked like write a conversation between a salesperson and a person, or like a interviewer who is taking the interview and the person who attended the interview. That should be like a conversation mode. Interviewer, what he asked and what the person answered, like one-on-one. It should be like a point-wise conversation. If they ask you, give me write the introduction, what will be the conversation and what will be the points when you give the introduction of any special guest in an event. They'll mention the event and special guest special guest name, everything. Then how you'll start the conversation. If they ask the question like if you have to give the introduction of a so and so person, then that will be not like a conversation, like point on, because only one speaker will be there. That is the person who introduces the chief guest. So mostly you'll have the only one speaker will be there. Mostly you'll have like a paragraph. First, you
Okay.
have to
So
start the phrases.
introducing would be a paragraph, and conversation would be in a conversation way, one-to-one conversation, right, ma'am? It
Yes.
can be semi-formal, formal, or informal way. So we need
Yes,
to
yes.
mention those particular topics, and as you have teached us before days, so the topics need to be the same way in our examination sheet, right, ma'am?
Correct. See, sometimes the questions will be like they will give the situation. You have to find out what is the situation happen. Like is it a formal way or informal way or in a semi-formal way? You have to find out. Then you have to give the conversation. Sometimes they only tell the in a formal way or in a informal way. Answer this question in a formal way or answer this in
Formal.
an informal way.
Or
Sometimes
semi-formal.
they will mention the which form you have to write, and sometimes only they give the conversation. You have to find out in which format you have to write. So you have to be prepared. And what is the situation for the formal? What is the situation comes under the informal? What is the situation comes under the semi-formal? And some phrases you have to keep in the mind at what type of situations, which phrases you have to use.
And the comma and full stop is also important, ma'am. Wait, we need to stop.
Of
We
course.
need to go.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am. And in the fifth unit, there is a directions about how to go. So these also should be written in a essay mode, or it can be
One
planned
second.
by ourselves. In the fifth
We have
unit,
only 3 units. No? We have only 3 units.
no,
Yeah.
ma'am. In the 3 blocks.
3 blocks,
Three
ma'am.
blocks. Three
Yes, yes.
blocks.
In the 3 blocks, we have a fifth unit, ma'am.
Third block, you have fifth unit.
No. Second block, we have
Second
a
block,
fifth
we have
unit,
fifth unit.
direction.
Directions.
Give me a second. Let me
Directions
open
and
that.
Impressions.
Let me
impressions,
check.
and we have interview based also, ma'am. I think we have missed the 7th, 8th unit also.
In second
Tarika.
unit.
Hello, Tarika.
Hello.
Yeah, I am Avinash.
Yeah, I know, but I can I speak with you later, because this is the last class, I think so. So we discuss later, ma.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later after class. Can you give the
Okay.
number after class?
So you're
Okay.
talking about the second unit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Block
ma'am.
2, ma'am. It's about
Second unit.
directions, ma'am. It's about directions.
Directions, and unit 6 is impressions.
Okay. Can you tell me the page number? And here I don't have
Yes,
page
ma'am.
number.
It's about
Directions 53
55.
to 61, page number.
Actually, I don't have textbook. I was checking in this. This directions is not at all mentioned. So can anyone share me the screen
Yes, ma'am.
of the textbook? Okay.
Is it
How to
visible, ma'am?
directions and follow directions.
Yes, ma'am.
This is unit 5.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And in the block 2. And we have total 3 blocks, no, ma'am. So it's making conversations,
Yeah. Okay.
social
Okay.
behavior,
Social
and
behavior.
about the interviews also we have, ma'am. If
Yes,
possible,
yes.
it might
And last
be
one is
possible.
making
Please take
conversations
one
in
more
academic
extra class
context.
for me, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay,
this is the last class, yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Mm.
Show me that page, directions page, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how to give directions in academic matters and ask for direction. How to give directions and follow directions to reach a place. Which phrases to use when you ask for direction. How to follow a map. Okay, this is all about the unknown person who is asked for the address. How to address them, correct?
They have
Okay.
given the images, ma'am. The thing, how we can write this as an one-to-one or paragraph types. Like we can write in our own sentence. We can use our verb, our
So-
but
No, it should be like a one-on-one conversation because here two persons will be involved as a speakers. Both will
Okay.
talk. See, if
Okay,
anyone
okay.
is telling you interview, you will obviously will ask the next question. Okay, this direction, they will say. So we have to go this, and then this. Then we will reach this. So one-on-one conversation you can say, not like a paragraph.
Okay.
It should be like a conversation mode.
Can I turn the page, ma'am?
Yeah, show me. If check once, any questions were related to this in the last of this unit.
No questions, ma'am. They have
Some
given
check.
some
Will be there.
checking your progress.
Yes.
is there, ma'am.
check your
So-
progress 3.
Okay. What are the model questions? Model questions were not mentioned in this.
No, ma'am.
We are
there
having
no
guide, ma'am. Guide it is there.
No need of all that. See, answer to check your progress. Name, address, and the program for which you want to apply. And the Dean School of the Distance Education, the English and Foreign Languages, the course. Okay. Take the last page of your textbook.
Last page.
Yeah, you have model question papers there. Is it a new book? This year printed book?
Yes, yes,
Here
ma'am.
only,
This is
ma'am.
the new
You
one.
have-
But
then
we
you'll have
didn't get
the-
any
Yes,
model
it is there.
papers in it, ma'am.
No. Last of your textbook, you'll have model question paper.
It
Last
is not
page of your textbook.
not mentioned, ma'am. It's
Is there,
like
ma'am?
this, ma'am.
No, ma'am, is there, ma'am?
Open
Which page
last
number?
page. Last page and show me.
Is there, ma'am? See, ma'am.
Yeah, this is what I'm telling. These are the model question
Those-
paper. Like how you'll get in your exam the same model
Pattern
question
is
paper.
same only, ma'am. This year pattern also
Yes,
same only,
yes,
ma'am.
yes. You will get the question paper in this pattern.
Can anyone say
Okay,
the
ma'am.
page number?
Can anyone say the page number?
is 129.
129.
Is
That
it
is
for
semester
semester
2,
2
ma'am.
or 1? I think it's a semester 2.
Yes, ma'am. This is the semester 2, ma'am.
Okay, check
For
all the
semester
pages.
1,
Only
they did
one
not
page you're
give.
having.
Semester 2 they didn't give.
Semester 1 or 2, we don't have any model papers in the recent textbooks, ma'am. So we are little
Yes, ma'am.
confused about how the text question paper will be, and so
Ma'am, I have one question paper, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am, that is English, ma'am, not functional English.
Okay.
Then guide
and
it is
one
there,
more
ma'am.
in the impressions we have this also, ma'am. Critical thinking.
Give your impressions about perspective, practices, and products. Impressions, the unit 6. Which unit is this? Which block?
Block 2, ma'am.
So
No,
block 2.
block 3.
Okay.
Block 2 only.
Okay. Give your impressions about perspective, impressions in the products. Okay. Turn the page. What is this all about? Your culture includes and what your cultural identity can influence and how is culture acquired. Okay. Turn the page. Perspective shape practices. Perspective practices. Read the question of check your progress. Last.
Have you ever
Page number. What is the page number, ma'am?
63.
64?
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, the question is, have you ever stereotyped anyone? Share that experience.
Yes.
Have you ever?
Stereotyped anyone.
Anyone share that experience?
Okay, stereotyped everyone.
Stereotyped in the sense the gender thing, ma'am. Male and female one.
You will have
Roles.
the answers for this one. Textbook.
Means
No, ma'am.
answers to check your progress is there, ma'am.
Answers will be there for check your progress, not for the model questions. We have answers for the check your progress. Last of the lesson.
6.6 it is there and page number is 70.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We have answer.
Yes, ma'am, we
Yes.
have answers.
See, if you have short questions and long questions process, all of the short questions you will get from the check your progress questions.
Yes, ma'am.
The long answers we get from the model question papers. Model
Okay.
questions. At the end of the lesson, you have model questions, no? So long questions you will get from that, short questions obviously you'll get from the check your progress only. You'll have all the answers for the check your progress answers in the textbook itself. Only you have to prepare for the model questions for the long answers.
Okay.
You have any important questions, ma'am?
See, I don't have any important questions. You do one thing, block wise you learn. In which
Block
block
wise.
this?
Okay.
I am getting some tension, ma'am. How to read and question and answer and
If
objective
you
type.
feel tension, Avinash, you will forget whatever you know also.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't feel tension.
I'm
only
not feeling
just
tension,
every time.
ma'am. How to read and how to
Plan up. That's all planning.
planning.
How many days are there for your exam?
And next month,
Exact 1 month, ma'am.
1 month, ma'am.
Yes,
1
ma'am.
month, 3 units. Hardly how many questions you have? 2 to 3 questions for each block, each lesson.
Yeah.
Correct. Plan it up. Every day 1 or 2 questions. That's it. Whatever you're reading, just keep in the mind. Don't forget it for the next day.
And notes also some you have given, no? In that Canva is there, no? Software. That I have to download link you send, ma'am. Canva.
Canva yesterday I shared, no?
PPT was shared, but in
Avinash, just open in the Chrome. It no need to download the Canva. It's opening in the Chrome.
Yes, because I prepared the link for the public view.
Okay. Last class and previous class, ma'am. That one. Unit 1, I have missed PPT.
See, what YouTube channel is there, go for it. All these 4 classes will be there. First class also you will have DRBRAOU/live 33 channel name.
33.
We have all these classes,
Okay,
33. DRBRAOU
Okay.
underscore live, LIVE live 33.
Okay, ma'am.
Ashriya, I will talk to you later after class.
Any more questions?
No, ma'am.
I have one doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, please explain us regarding interviews, ma'am. Interviews, personal interviews and fresher interviews, and uh, if one of the question I have listened, ma'am, that if the candidate is happy with us, how we can give a conversation in a social behavior manner, ma'am. Just a short examples. Just explain us in the interview base, ma'am.
Ask me the question properly. Show me the question. What is the situation?
Actually, I'm not having the question right now, ma'am. I'm in the workplace. So
Okay.
just give us a small discussion about the interview base, ma'am, because we have those questions, I think, in our module papers. So if it is comes in another examination, so how we can write in a small concept? Please give us some topics, ma'am.
See, situation is interview.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's an interview situation.
Okay. What is the question? If the interviewer is happy with you, correct?
Yes, happy with me, and he's having one-on-one conversation, and he's accepting our interview. How would be the conversation, and what can we talk with an HR, and small topics, ma'am. Just give me the small topics, ma'am. Small ideas.
Okay. Okay. First, see in the interview also, like if the person who is taking the interview is happy with the person. Okay. For anything or any situation, first start with the phrases.
Phrases.
Good phrases. Any conversation, like formal, informal, semi-formal also, start the conversation with the phrases like good morning, good evening, or
Good afternoon.
hello, hi. So these are the phrases which you have in every lesson. And also points to ponder is there, no? Those are also important. I'll tell you where you have to mention. First, start the conversation with the phrases. Then you can have like, I'm very pleased with your interview. Okay, because you're having this qualification and this experience, so and so experience you have. So I was pleased to, I'm very happy, I'm satisfied with your everything, your qualification or your experience. So, and the question they raised is, why did you choose our company, or what uh, what are the expectations you're having from our company, or if I choose you, or if I select you, what will be your next target, or what you will do, or where you will take our company for the next 2 years. They may ask the questions like, actually these questions will be asked in a everyday life. Actually they'll ask, so you can put these points also.
I have one doubt, ma'am.
Hmm.
Some question from block 1, unit 1.
Block 1, unit 1. Okay.
Some model examination question. I have one doubt.
Okay. Give me a moment, 1 second, Avinash. Who asked this question before previous question?
Ma'am, Tarika, ma'am.
Tarika. Okay. Tarika
Yes,
and Avinash, whoever are they, just keep some. Why should I hire you? Yes, is also one question and correct answer. Correct. Why should I hire you? They'll ask this question also.
Yeah.
See, whatever the conversation or the situation they had given, first remember, start the conversation with the phrasals. Okay. And the questions or the topic or the conversation, you can write whatever you want. Whatever happens in everyday life, think of it. Any conversation you can write. There is no limits that you have to write only this. You know situation, and you know what are the sentences, what are the questions you can ask only according to the situation. You know all this, so that you can frame the sentences. There is no limit, only you have to only ask this or this. And also in the last, you have to mention some points to ponder in your lesson. End of the lesson, you have everyone are having points to ponder, no? Just go for it. So that also you can mention in the last, some things that we should not do in this situation. Mention some points in that. You should not shake your hand, you should not give shake hand to the ladies, or you should not pat on back like this,
Okay, ma'am.
or you should
Yes,
not
ma'am.
laugh loudly.
Yes.
So add these points also. It gives a more impression on your paper. The person who is correcting your paper will come to an impression that you knows everything. Please explain this question, ma'am. What are the tips and tricks for group discussion? I don't understand your question actually.
it's there in the textbook, ma'am. Formal group discussions and
And
group
YouTube channel,
discussions.
what
So
should I
he's
type
asking about it.
Sorry. Okay. That's the question they asked. Show me the question, please. Okay. Formal group discussions. A group discussion has at least 5. Okay. Group discussions can be formal, semi-formal, informal, but for the purpose of this, we would dwell on the formal group discussions. A group discussion has at least 5 to 6 members. The moderator is chosen to conduct the discussions. Okay. The duration of the discussion. Okay, what are the question asked related to this topic? What's the question?
Group discussion, ma'am.
Question,
Tricks for group
okay.
discussion.
Tips and tricks for the group mention.
Discussion.
Discussion.
You have to mention some tricks and tips. So while you are attending the group discussion, so while group discussion is going on, what are the things, what are the tips you will follow, what are the tricks you will follow? See, one will lead the group discussion. They have given some name for the person. One will lead the group discussion and like what are the points you will discuss. How you will argue with one-on-one. In this way, you have to write. And Avinash, you are supposed to ask one question from Unit 1, Block 1.
Yeah, ma'am.
Send link. Which link? YouTube link you are asking.
One dialogue question is there, ma'am. Prepare a dialogue to introduce
Okay.
your sister's friend to your neighbor. Prepare a dialogue.
Okay. You have to write the dialogues for the conversation. That is the introduction of your sister friend.
Yeah.
Sister's friend to your
Neighbor.
Okay. Name. Give a name to your neighbor. Give a name. First, how you'll start for any conversation? How you'll start first?
Conversation. Hello.
Or good evening or good afternoon.
Phrases. Good evening,
Phrases.
good afternoon,
Correct.
good morning.
Correct.
Hello.
First, any conversation you have to start with the phrases.
Phrases.
Then you have to.
How are you?
Okay. It's a neighbor. Okay, you can ask how are you, or you can say I'm so and so.
It's not audible, ma'am. Your voice is not audible.
My voice is not audible. Now, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So first you'll start the conversation with the phrases. Then you'll go for the one-on-one topic like, hi, hello, how are you? So this is so and so my sisters.
So I am Avinash. Ma'am.
First you will ask about phrases. Then you will ask, how are you? How about you? Then what are the things? How the things are going on, etc., etc. It's like a normal, casual conversation. Then you will introduce your sister's friend to your neighbor.
Yeah.
You will not tell much or more about because she is your sister's friend. Maybe may or may not. You don't know more or much about her. Correct.
Your voice is talking, ma'am.
Ma'am, your voice is getting
clear or stucking.
Clear, ma'am. Sometimes getting.
Okay, because
it's clear
of
only,
the
ma'am.
network issue. If anyone is having network issue, they will get these type of problems. Okay, more questions.
We can write own also, ma'am. This question, if any in an exam they will ask, no, we can write own also.
Avinash, not only this, anything you have to write your own conversation, own thing.
Yeah.
See, English is the only subject which is related to your everyday life. Whatever things are happening, you can go with it.
Okay.
Because EVS, like science, you cannot change it. It's a science. Already it's there. We cannot change the things. But English, it's not like that. It's a subject. It's a language which we are using in everyday life. So we have to give the examples in our everyday life. That will be a good impression. More questions? Any more doubts?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Sharath, ma'am. And simple, one more question, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. I'm having one question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sorry, Sharath, please come again.
Good evening, ma'am. Yeah. Sorry for the disturbance.
Shall I continue?
Yeah, Sharath,
while
please
I'm
continue.
going to YouTube channel, B.R. Ambedkar, I have typed, and online classes I also typed. Then only they are not coming, madam. What should I do?
It's not online classes. DRBRAOU LIVE.
BR. Say again, madam. BR.
Wait, I'll share in the chat. Wait.
Okay, madam. Okay, 7. Last class is there, madam. This class is the last.
Yeah, this is the last class.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Sharath? Okay.
Ma'am, they will ask the same question paper like this functional exam semester 2 paper only, ma'am.
Same question pattern you're asking?
Yes, ma'am.
Previously, this is your first year, right?
Yes, ma'am. And they're telling
Okay.
about the changing that model paper also. That's the thing, and not even buy the model paper. That's the thing, ma'am. And we have in this semester 2, they given us a sample paper, exam model paper. So just I must to follow this same paper for the semester 1.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
pattern
Yes.
will be same,
Yes.
and the pattern will be same
the
also.
same. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
That's what I'm telling. Actually, if you go for it, if you prepare for the question answers, you can answer anything. If you prepare only
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
MCQs and etc., you cannot answer the questions. If you read the
Yes, ma'am.
lesson thoroughly, no need to prepare for anything. You will be ready for everything.
Yes, ma'am. There is more clear.
Yes. Okay. More questions? Anyone?
Ma'am, we have an resume also, ma'am. Could you give us some small bit of resume, ma'am? Any little examples?
What you have to write in your resume?
Yes, ma'am. It's regarding experience resume, ma'am, and objective is also there, na, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, we want the objective pattern in the easy way, ma'am, so that we can mention very easy, na, ma'am.
Shall I share it now in the chat box?
Yes, if
Ma'am.
possible, please, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure. Give me a moment. Then we'll go for the next question. Anyone more questions?
Ma'am, actually, in some model question paper, I have this one question. The question is,
Okay.
what are some of the ways in which people greet one another in different cultures?
Come
Actually,
again?
I
Or
not
show me
even
the question.
understood the question, ma'am. What are
Okay.
some of the ways in which people greet one another in different cultures?
Okay. See, what? Read the first line. No, mention the different ways how the people greet with each other for their
One
festivals,
another
right?
in different cultures.
Yes, correct. See, we do have different cultures.
Yes.
In Hindu, Namaste.
Hindus. So
Muslims, Salam Alaikum.
how we differently greet each other with for our festivals. Some of them, like North people, will say if they met each other every time, not only festival, they'll say Jai Shri Krishna or Jai Shri Ram. So etc. like this. Correct.
Yes,
Christians mostly they will say praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Correct. Praise the Lord. Muslims, what they will say?
Adab, Varse, Salam Alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam. Correct.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Yes, if it comes to the festivals, obviously now this is the 4G generation. We are passing our wishes and everything in the through WhatsApp and etc. So we are habituated to send the messages in this way, digital way. We'll send you like happy Christmas, happy Diwali, etc.
Ma'am, if you have some interview questions,
I'm sharing.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Resume.
send in
Okay,
chat
ma'am.
box, ma'am.
Okay, I'll send in chat box only.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Interview questions.
Yes, ma'am. If you have
Yes,
some
ma'am.
examples of interview questions, please share those also, ma'am. Interview questions like how many types of questions it would be there in the interviews, because as we are in the first year, ma'am, we don't know about the interviews and all. So some basic interview questions
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we can write clearly in our examination, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I'll share it with it. Give me a moment. More.
Job base or
Job
what
basis are
kind
some
of
interview questions they will ask now, ma'am.
what will the HR will be asking, what will
HR
the
also will ask now some questions.
MD will be asking, what would be the questions. There will be a 3 rounds of interviews or any 4 rounds of interviews. What would be there?
Okay.
If you know about yourself very well, it will be easier to ask questions and answers.
Okay. Sharath,
But we can't even understand what types of questions. As we are freshers, I know what I am doing very well, right? But when we need a questions in an easy manner to remember.
Correct. See, if you have experience in all this, if you're working, then you will get to know what are the questions will be asked in the interview. So as you being a fresher, you don't know what are the questions will be asked in this type of interviews. See, right
Yes,
away I
yes.
shared the resume format, and I'll share the questions also. Mostly, first thing they'll ask, tell me about yourself. This will be the common questions for any job interview. Why they will ask this question, you know? Anyone? Guess? Any guess?
To know about us.
Okay, more. See, anyway, we will give a resume. So in that, everything will be there in our resume. Our everything, whatever is there, our experience, qualifications, etc., etc. Biodata will be there in the resume itself. Why they will ask the same question again? Shall I tell? To
Yes,
check
ma'am.
our confidence levels.
Okay.
How confident we are, and what is our capability to talk to a new person. Communication skills, correct. To check our confidence and our communication skills.
Communication skills.
Yes.
Correct. So they'll ask the question in any interview. This is the reason how confident we are speaking, and how the way which we speak, with the vocabulary which we are using. They'll check with this. They will not check your certificates, your marks, and etc. etc. Mainly, they'll check your skills. What skills you are having. First question will be this. Then if you went to an interview for a job like any software company, they'll ask why you'll choose only that particular company, or how you heard about this company. This question. So if the person is happy with you, then he'll ask you, so what will you do, or where will you take this particular company after 2 years, where it will be, or where you will see, where you can see. This type of questions will be asked. Or if the interview is about if you're a teacher, you want to appear for the interview, they may give some situations. If the child is doing so and so, what will be your reaction? How you will change that the child behavior? The questions may be like this. Shall I share any questions formats like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. More anything else? So what should I share? Interview questions for a software teacher, or all over
All over, ma'am.
All over, ma'am. Means in schools, ma'am, we have studied this one dialogues, and the story will be
ma'am.
there now, like short passages,
Passages, letters.
letter writing. In this one, we are having CV also, ma'am, curriculum vitae.
Yes, if you appear for interview, obviously that should be there.
Yeah, what we should there with name, father's name, mother's name, and date of birth, age.
In biodata, you are asking.
Yeah, in CV, ma'am.
Okay. 1 second. Yes, obviously it should be there. Give me a moment. I'm sharing the questions right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Some
In the chat
questions.
box, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
chat box.
Okay.
Some questions. Communication. See, these are the common questions right away shared for common for all the interviews. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? This question, if you go for any software, any other companies except the teaching field, you'll get these questions. And what are the biggest achievements you have? And how do you handle stress and pressure? Why are you interested in this job? And what are your salary expectations? This is the most common questions. Do you have any question for me? This will be
Ma'am,
not
what
the
is the answer for
for
that,
all.
ma'am? Where do you see yourself in 5
Sorry?
years?
Sorry?
What is the answer for that? Where do you see
First,
yourself in 5 years?
In the next 5 years, where you will be? If you are joining as a fresher, next 5 years, where you will be? You will be in which position you have to answer. They will see your confidence levels here.
Asking the experience, madam.
No, not about the experience. See, you joined as a fresher. After 5 years, where you will be? In which position? In the HR position? You
Senior.
will have levels?
Senior
No.
position. Yes, ma'am.
That's what.
Senior
They want to
position.
check your confidence level, so they'll ask this question.
Okay, ma'am.
Then more 20 minutes more. Any more questions?
Social behavior,
Difference between
making conservations.
Social behavior.
Subject, how many passing marks is there, madam?
Sorry.
Passing
Passing
marks.
marks, passing marks.
40 na, ma'am.
Out of 100 marks paper, you have 80 marks paper you are having, right? 20 are
Yes, ma'am.
assignments.
60 marks, ma'am. 60 marks paper.
7.
Ma'am, I have some doubts, ma'am.
Okay. Paper is for 60 marks and assignments are for
no assignments.
No
total.
assignment, ma'am. Only 60 marks
No
paper.
assignment, ma'am. Only 60 marks paper is there.
Then 40 will not be your passing marks, mostly 30 or 35, I think.
24.
Try for difference between CV and your resume. See, there is a little difference between the resume and the CV. Ma'am, please explain the model paper questions. You ask me the question, then I'll explain the questions one-on-one. Model paper questions. 24 is a passing mark. Okay. For 60, 24 is a passing mark. But you prepare for the 40 or 50.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Who is that sharing the screen? Yesterday's one.
Yesterday. Closing. I can't. How can I close?
Any more questions? So someone asked about the CV and the academics. See, in the CV, you'll have the full history of yours. Like you'll have your academics, achievements, about yourself, date of birth, everything, etc., etc. Resume will have the only the skills which you have. Like if you have the technical skills that you can mention about your studies, academics, that will be mentioned in the resume. Go for the Zoom. ZM is there, no? Open that.
ZM.
ZM. Is it Zoom?
Yeah, ma'am, it's not going. By mistake, it has somewhere.
Close all the tabs.
Okay.
Okay, any more questions?
Return to meeting.
You are sharing the screen first. You stop sharing that first.
It's stop share. Okay, sorry, ma'am. It's getting some confused. So
Okay.
by mistake, yes.
How much do you spend on books in a year, ma'am? What is the answer for that?
How much
do you spend on a book
money
in a year?
Ma'am, in the textbook, in this
how
material.
much do you spend on books?
How much do you spend on a books in a year?
1 second, Avinash.
Yeah.
It's about money.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money you are spending? Yes. How much money you are spending for books per year? You can write anything. How much you are spending?
Okay, it's like we should write in our own.
In which unit it is there? It depends upon the unit and the topic also.
Okay.
Check once.
Ma'am, this is a model paper, ma'am.
Show me.
Girl, share the photo, ma'am, in chat box.
Give me a second. Let me check. Oh, it's coming. Yeah. Moment.
Neha,
Which one?
Neha is sharing, ma'am.
Yeah. 6 marks question and
What is
10
culture?
question. What is culture? Culture is nothing but which you will follow from your if you're following from your parents, your grandparents.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. Introduce your teacher to your friend, father. That is the formal method and informal method we have to write, ma'am.
In a formal way, you have to introduce. It will be
Okay,
like
ma'am.
a conversation.
Okay,
Introduce
ma'am.
your mother to your friends. This will
Okay.
introduce your mother to your friends. In which way you will talk?
For
Informal. Friends,
informal.
mother, both you know them well.
Informal. Yes, ma'am. Informal method.
Informal. Correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Here they had given the question, write any conversation between, see, they have given the unknown question. You have to write your own conversation, own sentences, anything between two people in the airport. If they
They
met
gave
for the
only
first
answers,
time,
ma'am. We have to write question.
that is sixth question. Fifth question I'm talking. Sixth question they had given the answer. What is the question? I'm working as a clerk. So what question you will raise for this?
Okay.
What are you? You can ask the question. What are you? I'm working as a clerk.
Working as a clerk.
I'm working Andhra Bank. So in which bank or where you are working? I go to bank by bike. How you go to your bank?
Okay.
I live in SR residence. Where do you live? I come from bank at 5 p.m. At what time you came?
Okay.
I pay 7,000 for rent every month. How much you'll pay?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the best video interviewing tools, or what are the importance of critical thinking? This is the best question, I think. What are the importance of critical thinking? If you don't think, you will not get any ideas. Critical thinking is a very good thing. Actually, you have to do it. Next, what are the different questions to ask in a phone versus
person interview?
in person? Different questions to ask in a phone. When I applied the linguistic in MA, did at UK access or university answer?
We have to write correct sentence, ma'am. B question.
Which one?
B1, ma'am.
B1. When I applied,
When I applied,
actually this is 10 marks questions. It's not like to make it is in a continuous things. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I applied linguistics when I am in.
When I did
MA. Yes,
MA at UK University, the Essex of the Lancaster. Okay, this will be the full paragraph, I think, and you have to add more.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sentences. If you are thinking you fit the job description, prepare your resume to match the job. Okay, what are the tips? See, this question, like someone asked, how to prepare a resume or CV. That will be helpful if you refer any few CVs or the resumes from the online. What are the tips and tricks for group discussions? So, same question someone also asked. Multiple choice questions.
Multiple choice questions also are asking. Objective type.
Yes. Which of the
Ma'am,
following situations?
this year not there is objective here, ma'am. Objective is not there saying, ma'am. This year only questions is there on. Only question answers is only, ma'am. Not there objective saying, ma'am.
That's okay. Oh, it's okay. Good point. If you have means okay. Anyway, you will score in the multiple choice questions more. So prepare only for the questions. You will anyway you can answer the multiple choice questions easily.
Okay, ma'am.
So tell me, what is the informal response? Informal response. Hi, hello, hi, am.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Hey is an informal response.
Hey.
Yes. Which of the following situations is formal? Meeting a passenger, talking with teacher, talking with friend, chatting with girlfriend.
Talking with friend, talking with neighbors.
Neighbor is not
Talking
given
with
here.
teacher is a formal.
Yes,
Talking
correct.
with
Meeting a passenger will be the semi-formal. Talking with teacher will be the formal. Talking with friend will be the informal.
Informal.
And talking with relatives.
Comes under
Semi-formal.
semi-formal.
Informal.
Semi-formal, ma'am.
Formal, semi-formal. It's up to
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Depends upon the bonding you are having with your relatives.
Madam, what is mean by structured interview?
Where it is? Can you please show me?
This is model question paper. What is a structured
Okay.
interview?
Structure
Where is
interview.
this?
What will be the structure of the interview? Correct?
Yes.
Structure of the interview.
Like
it is a
how?
short question.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. For
See,
definition.
let me explain structure. How the interview goes on. What will be the structure? What is the conversation first? Who will start? And what they will start asking you. Then what you will answer. Structure. How it will be.
Ma'am, can we write this in our own sentence, na ma'am?
Obviously, you can write your own sentences.
One sentence.
Okay, ma'am.
Correct. Writing own sentences only is the correct way. You
And
have
letter
to
writing also
follow,
it is there, no, ma'am. Letter writing also.
Letter writing is not there in first semester.
You
Yeah.
don't
Second
have
semester
letter
is there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You don't have letter writing. Some points you have to follow. As I told you, phrases should be there.
Phrases, clauses.
Phrases should be there. And the end, you have in between. You write the conversation by your own, like conversation person to person, like that. Or if it is a conversation type, write in a conversation point to point. Or it is not like that, write in a paragraph wise. Or for the introduction of others. And the last, what you have to write is mention what are the things we should not do. These are the things we should not do. These are the things we should not do. Mention like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Always use black pen to write your exam.
Black pen.
Ma'am.
And highlight the vocabulary or the points with your pencil or with the black pen also. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Highlight
only
the
black
things
pen we
and
have to
use
use,
good
ma'am.
vocabulary. Yes.
For writing also
No,
black
no
pen,
pen.
ma'am. Whole thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Writing only
Madam,
black
and
pen.
one more doubt.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for saying this.
For saying this. And how to prepare also, ma'am. You give some
Yes,
suggestions.
ma'am.
Introduction.
First,
As I
what
told
we
you,
have to
you have
write.
only 3 blocks. Okay, you have 3. Sorry.
How to read and some instructions for remembering.
Read 2
No,
questions
ma'am.
every day. Read 2 questions. You have 1 more month. Read 2 questions every day.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, whole paper we have to write in black pen only, na, ma'am.
Yes.
Whole paper.
For every
Okay,
subject,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Some importance
For
we
every subject. Because
under the pencil.
Because pencil or pen also okay, no problem. With black
Okay.
pen.
Okay.
Why? Because it's an online correction, no, that will be scanned. That's why black pen you should use. It will be visible to the person who is correcting the paper.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you for
Use
saying,
good
ma'am.
vocabulary while writing.
We don't know about the color of the pen, ma'am. Thank you for saying this.
Tarika.
Then more 7 minutes. Don't get too tension. Okay, read 2 questions every day.
Okay.
Read the lesson thoroughly. You can answer yourself. If you get tension, you will unable to write the exam.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, forgotten, ma'am. That's why we have.
The question.
Means we are doing job now, ma'am. For some job tensions only, some getting tension.
Don't take your tensions to your home or to your studies. Leave it there itself.
Okay.
Okay,
Give some instructions, ma'am. How to be steady and cool for concentrating this.
Now only
You
say, na,
appear
ma'am.
to write the exam. Read the question once and twice. Understand the question and understand the situation where it happened, what happened, everything. If you are there in the situation, what you will talk, what you will introduce,
Ma'am,
what
we
you
have
start, how
write
you start
own
the
sentence,
conversation.
na, ma'am. We
You
have
have to
write
write.
own sentence also, na. Own sentence.
You can. Yes, you can use
Okay.
good vocabulary and follow the instructions.
Okay, ma'am.
Ashriya.
Next.
Sir, Avinash, say.
Give your number. I'll contact you. Some doubt is there means.
Ma'am is tired.
Yes, I will give number.
And you have every doubt, you will ask everyone's number.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. If you ask, you know, ma'am.
You don't have
YouTube
proof.
and number
Don't
also
have proof.
will not give. No, that's why.
Okay. So more 5 minutes is there. I have to end the class at sharp 8 o'clock. More questions.
Ma'am, we
Long
cannot use
answer.
blue pen.
Explain model paper. Somebody get.
Model paper. Show me the model paper so that I can explain. No. Did anyone share model paper? No.
Big question, ma'am.
Long
Ashri.
answer to the question. We can't
Yes,
use blue
Avinash.
pen for exam.
Yes,
you cannot use blue pen for the exam.
Can you give the number, yaar?
Yes, I am giving number.
Section, second question 2B. This one. So, okay, when I apply linguistics in MA, did at UK, Essex, the of University, Lancaster, London. See, basically these are the words which you have to put in a form. Complete sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Correct
you can write
sentence we
about
have
it.
to write, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, this one, last block 3, last unit is there. Making conversions in academic contests.
Ashriya, why you kept your number to everyone?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm asking you, ma'am.
Wait. When I'm talking to Ashriya. Yes,
Yes,
Avinash?
ma'am. Deleted, ma'am.
Okay.
Making conversions in
personal.
academic. Making conversions in academic contests. That one, what kind of problems do you face at study centers?
Show me the question, please, Avinash, on the screen.
Laptop.
Okay. Repeat the question. Making conversations
in academic contests.
Okay.
These contents are there. Objectives, introduction, conversions at study centers, participating in seminars, workshops, career counseling, opportunities, applying for a job, interviews, functions at the workplace. Let us sum up answer to check your progress.
What is this about? Is it in the textbook?
Yes, ma'am. What kind of problems?
Which block? Which unit? Tell me.
Block 3, unit 9.
Block 3, unit 9.
Unit 9, I don't have, I think. Okay. Students, all the best for your exam. Don't get too tension. Read the textbook thoroughly, all the lessons.
Okay,
prepare your mind first.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
so
ma'am.
that prepare your mind that you can answer anything. Be confident. Okay, write your exams well. Write the exams with a black pen. Okay, don't get tension. If you feel tension, you will forget the answers, everything.
No tension,
Read
ma'am.
the question
I'll be
once and
cool.
twice.
I am very confident to study.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for your exam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Questions every day. Read questions. Read 2 questions every day. Prepare for your exam from today onwards. Okay.
Okay,
all
ma'am.
the best.
Okay,
All the best,
ma'am.
Avinash,
Thank you.
Ashriya, all the best.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you for your patience and answers, ma'am. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Being a teacher, I should have patience.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Lots of
thank you, ma'am.
patience.
Have you
Yes, ma'am.
explained so much? I have also
So
given
much
some
nicely,
examples
ma'am.
also.
So much politely also, ma'am.
Politely also, without
So
tension,
much.
without serious. You have spoken
Yes,
very well
Yes,
into school.
Okay, thank you. Focus on your exam. Okay. Bye.
Thank
All
you,
the
ma'am.
best. Write
Thank
your
you,
exam
ma'am.
well.
Thank
I
you,
know my students will score very good marks.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Confident.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.